this is Ray at Austin Guitar House, and today I'm very, very pleased to be sitting next to this Metaltronix M-1000 amplifier. Yeah, it looks cool, it sure does. Metaltronix, who is Metaltronix? This is designed by Lee Jackson and built by Lee Jackson. This is his latest offering. He's been around for a long time. He was a pioneer back in the 70s. He started wiring BC Rich guitars back in the day, but then he went on to work for Pig Nose and started doing a lot of mods for players like George Lynch and Paul Gilbert and you know, all those guys in the 80s. And so he was modding a lot of Marshalls, and then that evolved into the creation of the M-1000 amplifier. And his company at the time was called Metaltronix, and he made the M-1000 amplifier, and that amp wound up on a bunch of albums that you've heard. Well, many, many years later, he's decided to release this amplifier, this beautiful black beast called the M-2000. Now, don't let the name fool you. Metaltronix, yeah, it kind of leads you in a certain direction, and yes, that's what this amp excels at, but it doesn't just do that. It's not a one-trick pony, that's for sure. First of all, the looks on this thing are, it's just a beautiful, beautiful amplifier. It's not made out of wood, okay? The exterior is all airplane grade aluminum. We have this wonderful lit up front here, and not only does the logo light up, but it also lights up the controls that we have here as well. And speaking of the controls, we have one row of knobs, so it looks nice and sleek and simple, but each control is actually two knobs. We have concentric knobs here. So, because this is a 2-channel amplifier, and you have control over every single parameter. First we have the preamp control, master, treble, mids, bass, presence, and then this power control, which at full power you're at 100 watts, but you can bring this down to virtually no watts. You can think of it like a master volume, but it works differently. And it's not, I'm not quite sure, it's different than the standard attenuators that other people are using. But yeah, Lee came up with this and it works fantastically. So once you get your settings set and you like the tones that you're getting, you can just scale this up or down depending on how big of a room you're playing in, whether it's an arena, a club, studio, or your living room. This thing will always sound great. So like I said, it's a 2-channel amp. It's foot switchable. It also has it's 100 watts, running 4 EL34s. It has a tube-driven effects loop on the back, which is also has send and return controls, which you can bring in and out of the circuit either via a foot switch or with these really cool aircraft switches that Lee got. And speaking of those special aircraft switches, the components in this amplifier, Lee doesn't spare any expenses. He doesn't get standard cheap components from China. All of the components in this amplifier are made right here in America. And in fact, most of the parts are custom made just for Lee and for this amplifier. So this is a truly boutique amplifier like none other. And then you have your impedance switch. You can run 4, 8, or 16 ohms, and then you have a main speaker output and then an extension speaker output also. A couple other things about the exterior here. I love how he has the recessed handle. I think that was a feature of the M-1000 also. Just so you know, I have a JHS Lucky Cat delay plugged into the effects loop right now, and I am playing a wonderful guitar. This is a Bartlett Retro Spec non-sides version, which means there's nothing that will, there's no Brazilian rosewood, mother of pearl, those kinds of things that'll give you problems when you're traveling. Matte black finish with Carina woods and throwback pickups. So let's check out some of the tones you can get out of this amplifier. So, like I said, it's a 2-channel amplifier. Both channels are exactly the same. So we're just gonna go through one of the channels. Here, let's start off with the preamp pulled back. And I'm going to start with the EQs all at noon, presence at noon, using both pickups. So with this setting, we got the preamp pretty low. It's just under 3. And right here, we're on the edge of breakup with these throwback pickups. When I pull back on the touch, it cleans up really nicely. If I back off the volume controls, get a really nice clean tone. If I dig in, it starts to sound like rock and roll, which is very cool. I'm going to push that up just a little bit. Yeah, it sounds great at these lower gained tones. That's reminiscent of some early plexi kinds of tones, although it feels different. This amp is really, really unique. After playing it for a while, it's a lot of fun to play, but it's not like a Marshall, it's not like a Mesa, it's not like a Diesel, it's not like anything else, but if you like all those amps, you're gonna love this Metaltronix M-1000. It's great. All right, so let's crank up that preamp a little more. Let's bring it up to noon. Yeah, the gain's starting to come in. You get a little bit more compression, a lot more sustain, and we still got plenty of room to go. Let's bring it up to about 8.5. And these controls do go to 11, which is kind of cool. Let's just crank that preamp right there. Wow, amazing. Tons of gain, but it doesn't get all crazy. It doesn't start to implode upon itself or anything. Wow, man, the more I play this amp, the more I really, really freaking love this amp. All right, let's go down. I'm gonna pull the preamp back down a little bit, bring it down to about 8. Let's check out this treble control. Or next we have the master, I'm sorry. I'm gonna mess with that too much because we got the level set for the recording. Let's go on to the treble control here. Wow, that really opens up. Go on to the mid control. Wow, so that mid control is very, very powerful. As we pull the mids back, I'm going to bring the treble up. Maybe bring the master up just a little bit. Very cool scoop kind of rhythm tone. Let's push those mids. Wow, that gets really nice and barky. That's going to cut through in a mix. Wow, I love that tone. The bass control, let's bring that back. Push it. It really fills things out on the bottom end without overtaking anything, which is really nice. It really fills it up, but doesn't get in the way. Then we also have a presence control. And then we have the power control, which, like I said earlier, think of it, use it like a master volume. But the wonderful thing about it is no matter where you have it set, it doesn't change your core tone. Wherever you have your tone set, that's the tone you're going to get, just at a different volume, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Want to check out this thing with some single coils? Okay, let's check out this thing with some single coils. We're going to check out what it sounds like with some single coils here. And I got a Suhr Antique S guitar to help us do that. Bring the gain down a little bit. So that was a quick overview of the M-1000 amplifier from Metaltronix. Thank you very much for watching. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and contact us at Awesome Guitar House to get your hands on an M-1000 Metaltronix amp today.